And if you knew anything about me, I wanted to stay a lone soldier for the rest of my life, especially after what I went through. Who wants to lose another daughter? Who wants to, get betrayed by somebody, or things don't work out and now you ruin somebody else's life? I never wanted to do these things, but they evolved and they happened. I was speaking to my buddy Carlos this morning, and him and I have similar lives, He was a fuck up, I was a fuck up. We grew up together. I grew up with his family in his family's house, eating dinner there and hanging out with him. And I don't know, we reconnected maybe 20 years ago to a guy that's got a house and a beautiful backyard with a pool, and he's got dogs and weights back there, and he's got 2 kids and a beautiful wife. And when him and I are together, I always go to him, hey, we didn't see this. Did you see this? And he's like, not in a million fucking years did we see. When Mike told me he was having kids and stuff, I could see Mike having kids and getting married. He's a nice guy. He never hit nobody in the head with a stick and never mugged nobody and never broke into somebody's house. But where I was coming from, this was, I still walk around and I can't believe it. I still walk around and I can't believe that a comedy paid for a house. Like, I cannot believe that. There was a time comedy couldn't pay for my lunch. There was a time that for years I struggled making rent, and I was a regular at the store and doing this and doing that. And you fucking struggled. And you know what? Somewhere along the line, my luck changed, and I got to get out of debt and, just put away money, because I knew I wasn't going to stay in California. I never bought anything in California. The only thing I had was a fucking license that told you I lived in California, but I wasn't a member of any of that shit. I always knew that there was no way I was buying a house here. I didn't want to die out there. There was no fucking way. And I'm really proud of these things right now today. And I'm at a point in my life, guys, I got to be honest with you, I don't care. Like when somebody calls you and they're like, hey man, did you listen to this thing? I really don't care. It's so sad, guys. It's like I stopped even listening to YouTube. My agent sent me some speakers, and I started listening to my fucking music again. And if not, I'll come in here and put an album on or something, but I couldn't go on YouTube anymore. Just that, too much crap. Just that opening page of, and I'm like, where are these people coming from with all these videos about Brendan and this guy, and everybody's a bad guy today. And listen, I don't care about that shit, but it's like, it just got old. It just got old, man. I have friends now that call me and talk to me about stand-up, and I got to be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. The only person I talk to about stand-up and enjoy it anymore is Lee. I have a great time talking to Lee because I really relate to what he's doing. I like what he's doing. I like the beginnings of comedy. This shit that happens at the end, I didn't like it at all, guys. I fucking didn't like it at all. It was a little overwhelming, and, guys, it's nice to give videos a break. It gets old. In our minds as comedians, we don't know. We start believing what you guys say to us, and we start believing that you guys need more videos and you guys need more of this. And after a while, we don't see what we're doing. That we're just becoming Vince Vaughn. A lot of you don't know who Vince Vaughn is. I like Vince Vaughn. He was a good actor. But 20 years ago, if you had a movie about black people, you put Vince Vaughn in. If you had a movie about Chinese people, you put Vince Vaughn in. And he just oversaturated himself. It was just a little too much. And now, where do you see Vince Vaughn? Nowhere. And he's a great actor. He did some great fucking things. But somewhere along the line, he was in fucking everything. And I don't know, guys, when I got into the movie business, listen, my patterns were people like Eddie Murphy and shit. Eddie Murphy, when he started, had the perfect career. He did a movie with somebody else. He stole the movie. Then they gave him 48 hours, and he stole that fucking movie. And then they came back, they finally put a ton of money into him, and they gave him Beverly Hills Cop. And he worked it from there, and he worked it from there. But you know what? You don't see Eddie in everything. It's like a couple of years ago, you saw Tiffany Haddish in everything. TV shows, kid stories, whatever. I was happy for her that she was making a ton of fucking loot. But at the same time, I'm like, the more you expose yourself, it's less later. It's less later. Like, calm it down a little bit. We've lost that. We don't give a fuck. We'll do 22 movies in a year and expect you to see them all. Fuck you, guy.
10 podcasts
Yeah.
week.
And then you expect me to do 8 podcasts in 1 week and for you to listen to them all. You know, it's like a never-ending desperation, you know. It's really funny. Today, later on this afternoon, I have a Zoom with, I'm starting to talk to people about selling the book rights, you know. And it's so weird that if this would have happened 20 years ago, I couldn't compose myself. I'd be shitting my pants and pissing blood and jumping up and down and snorting coke and doing so many other things. I know that these meetings I got, and I got about 15 of them, I know that these meetings, I could go into them with a non-desperado attitude, which causes a lot of fucking problems.
Not for you.
Not for me, but for them, because I'm not desperate. I could give a fuck if you buy this book or not. I could give a Frenchman's fuck. I wrote this just for me to clean my conscience and to get it out there. If you bought this, you'd make me happy because you put some income in me and my daughter could go to college. But besides that, I mean, you know, it's not like I'm going in there when I was 40, when I thought it was going to be a death or life situation. And that's how you take those meetings. Like, yeah, if I get this, oh my God, I can finally breathe, you know, and you never breathe. It was like when I got The Longest Yard, I was finally going to do this. When I got Spider-Man 2, I was going to do this. When I got this, I was going to do this. When I shot and nothing happened. Nothing happened. So now I'm going into these meetings and I'm not desperate at all. It's like my friend said to him, are you excited about pitching? I go, to be honest with you, I ain't pitching. They're pitching me. Yeah. They're going to pitch me. So am I excited? I'm proud. I'm very happy. I'm very happy for Erica. But at the same time, I'm not going in there like I did when I was 43. I'm going to go in there and go, hit me. What do you guys want to do? All right, I'll get back to you. Now it's a different situation. If I would have known these things, I would have fucking done these things early in my career. But everything came when it comes, and now you have to deal with it, you know, whatever. Am I looking forward to these meetings? If you know anything about me, guy, not really. Just give me the loot. I'm like Biggie Smalls. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. If you guys know anything about me, I could care less if they shoot a movie. I could care less if they shoot a TV show. The only thing I want is for them to hold me for like 5 years. I got like 20 friends that are authors that every book they put out gets optioned. And they get optioned for years, and they don't hear anything about it because you have to wait for that topic to get hot. And then you publish that book or publish that movie. You've always got it in your vault of things. So I'd rather, are you fucking kidding me? I don't, you know how,
I'm asking for anxiety.
Yeah. Do you know how many moons have to be aligned for your TV show or your movie to go? Do you have any fucking ideas? Listen, guys, I know, off the top of my head, I know 4 comedians that shot pilots and their shows got picked up and they shot 10, 13 series, 10 episodes, and guess what? No. They're still waiting for the episodes to go up. All that material, guys. So there is no expectations out of me. I know exactly what I'm getting myself into. I'm listening to them, and it's very interesting. My wife sent me a review the other day. She was at work, and one of her co-workers said, I went looking for Tremendous, and I found this review. You got to watch this. Interesting. And my wife watched, and she sent it to me. She goes, watch this fucking video. And there was a guy talking about Tremendous and how he was a fan and how he enjoyed the book. No, he enjoyed the podcast, but he enjoyed the book a lot more. And he said that he was really happy for me. Now, this guy's not an industry guy. This guy was just a guy giving a review. He said he was interested. He was excited for me because he knew that I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to now. He goes, if he doesn't want to do a podcast, he doesn't have to do a podcast. If he wants to write magazine articles, he could write magazine articles. Whatever the fuck he wants to do now, this opened up another door. So when my decision came to stop doing the podcast, it was just to take a breather, just to see where my head is at, just to see what topic we're going to come back with, because this topic ain't fucking working.